It's Charlie. Charlie. You guys remember that commercial? That's what stuck in my head today, but I got some work to do on the truck.
What have you been up to?
I've been riding on a daydream.
I don't know why some crazy commercial from the 70s would be stuck in my head today. That's just crazy. Well, everybody, thanks for checking out RV Daydream, and I'm walking out to the truck because I think I want to try to do a modification on it today. And if you notice, I'm walking towards the mirrors. I got a mirror. Let's check this thing out and see what I might be able to do with it, if anything. Well, if you guys don't know or remember, this is the towing mirror setup that I've had on the truck for a while now. And these are additions that go onto the factory mirrors. And I forgot, a long time ago, somebody asked me, what modifications did I do on this to make it fit the truck a little bit better? And I forgot all about that till just now. So let me go ahead and tell you about these mirrors real quick. They're a clamp-on mirror. The link will be down below. And whenever I got them, they had just regular glass on for the passenger side. And I marked them. I don't know if you can tell, this one says pass. I went ahead and got a mirror from Heidi's Work, a replacement mirror that says objects in mirror are closer than they appear, because man, that really played some weird havoc on my eyes looking over at the passenger mirror and seeing one mirror that had objects that were closer than they appear, but then other ones that were regular distance. It just was strange. So anyways, I adhered I cut down and adhered this piece of glass on there. The other thing that I did is I used contact cement, and I put these rubber, which looks like they're coming off, put these rubber strips in here. This is just an old inner tube, and that allows it to fit the mirror a little bit more tight and causes less vibration, from what I can tell. The other thing that I did as far as modification was, this was a pedestal or standoff that was much taller than this. It was squared off, and you could see I basically took and ground it down or filed it down or whatever you need to do to make it fit a little bit better, and I'll show you what I mean. These things, as you can tell, they just slide on. There's nothing difficult about them at all, and once they're on and it's relatively snug up against the factory mirror, once you have it kind of clipped on, you go ahead and just tighten this down, and it's got a little hook on it that holds it in place, just like that. So we'll go ahead and show you this side. There you go. And they don't come off. They don't really move or anything. The wind, I've had these up to, I've left them on the truck before and actually went out and drove the truck without the trailer at pretty high speeds before and never had a problem. Now, in addition to the factory mirror that's here, I also have this little spot mirror. The problem with this little spot mirror is it's too little. It doesn't show me what I want to see, and I'll talk about that in a minute too. So I added another spot mirror underneath on the bracket. These were just some inexpensive mirrors. I don't even know where I picked these up at, but they just clipped onto this bracket and they're held on with a couple of screws. They've done a good job. They have helped out. So what am I trying to see? Well, when I'm in the truck and I'm looking down the side of the truck, whenever I'm trying to negotiate a turn or anything like that, I'm trying to see my rear tire as much as possible, just to know where I might be running over a curb or something like that. But more importantly, when I'm towing, I'm looking down the side of this RV, of course, hopefully with the steps in, and I'm looking at where I'm driving these tires over. Again, my philosophy is whenever you're pulling something behind you, you're basically trying to figure out where these tires are going to be driving over. That's the most important thing. And of course, you know, your height and tail swing and stuff like that, but as far as your tires, you definitely want to know where your tires are at, and if you're going to be running over curbs or whatever the case, you need to really be paying attention to those. So that's what these little mirrors are for. However, the overall view is not that good, and whenever we went out, I don't know, it was last year sometime, and we test drove a new truck, the very first thing I noticed is how crappy my mirrors are compared to that new truck's mirrors. That new truck's mirrors were just incredible. Now, I know they make all kinds of conversions and stuff that you can actually take and weld on a big bracket and, you know, over that wing window and put Dodge Ram mirrors on there and Ford Power Stroke mirrors and all that crap. I don't want anything that crazy. So I'm wanting to try to bolt on a mirror that came factory on the truck, but it came factory with a complete different bracket system. Now, as far as these old Fords are concerned, they have the bracket, the aluminum bracket that holds the mirror like what I have here, which is just attached in a couple of points. And then they have another one, a towing mirror option that has these metal bars that stand out a little bit further, and there's 3 of them or 4 of them, and they go down on the door quite a ways. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be drilling into my truck and adding any more holes. The other thing that I could do is these F700 conversion mirrors. If you guys ever looked at an F700, the truck has a complete different nose on it. From this point out, it's a complete different truck. However, the cab itself, not an extended cab, but the cab itself is, and the doors are identical to this truck here. And those F700s, they have a mount that mounts way up here, and then it mounts down here also. And there's all kinds of cross braces and everything else, but it basically puts you a big trucker mirror that stands about this tall and goes from here to here. I don't think I want that on the truck. That's a little bit overkill. It's something that I've talked about, but again, I'd have to drill into my truck. I don't want to do that. So I got mirrors that fit that second mounting system that I was talking about, and I'm going to try to make them work with these brackets. So let's open this up and take a look. These mirrors are a Dorman item. That's a manufacturer, and again, I'll put the links down below for this. Fortunately, they're matching mirrors. As far as the left side and the right side's identical. As far as the mirror itself, it's much bigger as far as the view. Now, obviously, this doesn't give me the spot mirror, so I'll have to add a spot mirror to it, maybe something across the bottom or one of those round ones. But as far as their reach, that's what I'm concerned with. And the nice thing about these is they flip all the way around, and then you can turn them in to get them kind of close to the cab, and you know, during normal driving. And then whenever it's time to go towing, you flip them out this way and then back around, and now you have, of course, a mirror that's sticking out further so you can look down the side of the truck more. But as far as the mounting, I don't know if any of this is going to work. I have no clue whatsoever. So that's what I'm going to be doing today, is trying to figure out if I can mount this in the existing hole that's there, if I have to drill a new hole, if it's even going to work. I don't know. Okay, so I got you just sitting inside the truck looking out. Hopefully this will give us a view that works for both of us without me getting in the way so much. And first thing I noticed, just kind of getting a rough eyeball on this. You know what? I don't even know if I got the right wrenches. Let's see here. Yep, 1/2 inch. Good. Let's see what this one is. I think it's also 1/2 inch. And no, of course not. It's metric. Boy, this thing is rusty. Should be expected, because it is an exposed bolt and we are in the rust belt. Yeah, these mirrors turned out to be pretty decent, considering I think I paid $5 for them. Yeah, they've been doing a good job. All right, let's now that I've got that out of the way, let's go ahead and use the other end of the wrench. Woo! Look at all that. Oh, this thing is filthy. Corroded. Even the aluminum's starting to get eaten away from having this sitting on there. And I can already tell this hole is probably not big enough. Boy, is it really close though. Very, very close. Let me see if I can open that up with a file real quick. Alright, I took my drill and just ran it through a couple times. And yeah, now we've got these friction washers that I'm assuming are supposed to be helping right here. So we're going to do a washer underneath, then a friction washer underneath, and friction washer there. I'm going to have to clean up this metal, definitely, if these friction washers are going to be rubbing up against it. I'll have to clean it top and bottom. Alright, let's see what this looks like here. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but I'll have to put some Loctite on the bolt. So whenever it threads in here, it doesn't want to move out. But if you continuously just go in the one direction, get it? The bolt stays with it and everything turns, and that's what we want. Okay. Yeah, I'll put some Loctite on the bolt if this works out, but we're going to get you a different angle. I'm going to sit in the truck and see what this whole mess looks like. Again, try to get a good angle here. Well, I'll tell you this. That view right there is pretty darn good on my truck. If I had a spot mirror, I don't need to see that much of my truck. Yeah, right there. I don't know if you guys can see this. I've got a different mount I'm holding the camera with, but that's a really good angle of my truck. You're basically right in front of my face now, and this is kind of what I'm seeing. And that's a pretty good angle. Man, that's a lot of mirror. So how's this help for towing? I mean, you can see how close it is to the truck. And it does look a little dorky, to tell you the truth. But yeah, this is what it looks like whenever you're towing. You just put this out like this, and then this gets flipped. Now, let me go around again. Again, the Loctite will make it to where I don't have to go in that one direction all the time. Now, as far as seeing down the truck, this is awesome. This is very good. I like that a lot. Again, you're right in front of my face, and without a spot mirror, I can't believe how much I can see. I like the way that this looks. Let's see what it looks like from the outside, though. That could be a deal breaker, huh? Well, looking from the back, it's not too bad. I mean, it seems kind of strange to see because I'm used to seeing something right here. But yeah, I mean, it looks like trucker mirrors. I mean, they do stand out, and they should. I mean, again, they're for towing. As far as when they're in, let's see what I think about that. Oh, they don't look too bad. I mean, it's not bad. It's okay. I think this will work. I think this is what I'm going to go with. Now again, what I'm going to do is put Loctite on the threads that run up inside this tube for the mirror, and that way whenever I bolt it down, the Loctite will keep the bolt from wanting to spin. The other thing I have to do is clean up this bracket, since I have those friction washers that are, you know, moving around and rubbing that area on the bracket. I definitely want to make sure that it's as smooth as possible, so it has a nice smooth surface to glide over. I can't get over the fact that they look like that they're angled this way, but this is perfectly perpendicular with this bracket right here. And when you flip the mirrors out into the towing position, they don't look like that. They look like they're flat. So it's something that's in the mirror and the way that it's mounted. The passenger side, even more, just because my bracket over here has been a little bit, but this here is straight up and down. This here mount is straight up and down. It's just the mirrors, that's the way that they appear. I mean, you can tell that they don't really flush up with anything, you know, even close, but I don't have a problem with it. Now, there's something else that you may want to consider, and we'll go inside here and see if I can get a good angle for you. And that is an angle issue in correspondence with the wing window pillar. Now, it's not a big deal on this side because, you know, you're not looking across it or anything. But on this side, you can see the pillar takes away a little bit of the mirror. Now what I did is I bent back the bracket that's out there, and that helped. You know, that put it further back. And I could probably go even a little bit further, but that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. I've got so much more glass that I'm looking at that doesn't bother me at all. And of course, I got to put spot mirrors then on both of these. If you can live with the fact a little bit of that pillar is taking away from the mirror's view, and realize that you're getting so much more of an angle, or so much more of a view, then go with these. These are okay. They're not bad. I like it. The optics are good. We'll have to see how long they last. I'm sure they will last a pretty decent amount of time. They are OEM replacement quality, and we're going to have to test them out at some point. So that's it for the mirrors. Again, I'll be doing some more work on it, and I'll give you an update on it later whenever we're doing some sort of a video blog. But I wanted to kind of just do this video to show any owner that has an OBS Ford that has these old style mirrors. You can buy these other ones that I'll have the link down below, and it will allow you to do what I've just done. Now, if you don't want to do that and you just want to get those slip-ons, I'll put a link down below for those also. And you can make those little bit of modifications that I showed at the beginning of the video as far as the rubber, you know, to help with the vibration and cutting down that perch on the mount. That'll make it go a little bit more flush against your mirror. I appreciate you guys watching as always, and I hope to see you out there. Bye.